Hey guys, this is Abhishek from gadgetsnews.com, and today we are here at the LG booth at Mobile World Congress 2015, and we have one of the most premium looking and one of the most beautiful looking smartphone with us, which is the LG G Flex 2, which is the second generation of the G Flex which we have seen earlier. So this device has become more beautiful and it has got the self-healing coating this time as well at the back side. So if you actually try to scratch it with a pointed object like this from the back side, first of all you won't be able to scratch it. You will have these kind of signs over there. I don't know whether you can see that, but they will self-heal itself depending on where you are as per the temperature, and they will self-heal itself within certain amount of time. But if you scratch it with a very sharp pointed object, we have another G Flex 2 over there, and someone actually scratch it very hard, in that case it will definitely not heal itself. So it can heal itself, especially as far as the back scratches are concerned, if they are kind of minimal and you do not apply a great amount of pressure at the back side. Otherwise it won't heal if you actually scratch it hard. We have a 13 megapixel camera at the back, which is again capable of recording high definition video, slow motion video. You can also record video at 720p. We have the volume rocker, which is also the same kind of design which we have seen earlier on the G Flex, and again they have a texture to it so you can easily feel them. You have a power and sleep key, and these buttons this time are the kind of metallic buttons you have on this phone. We also have laser autofocus, which was there with the LG G3, and we have dual LED flash as well. When it comes to the top, on the top you have the IR blaster, you have a secondary microphone for noise cancellation and video chat. At the bottom you have a primary microphone for voice calling, you have a micro USB port for data syncing and charging, you have a 3.5mm audio jack as well. On this side you have the option to remove the back cover, so the back cover is removable on the LG G Flex 2, and I can actually take it out, and it is kind of difficult to remove. So once it comes out, you can see that the battery is still non-removable because this device actually has a curved profile, so the battery is kind of curved and you definitely cannot make it come out. But you can access the SIM card slot and the micro SD card slot. This is a single SIM phone which will accept a micro SIM, and you have a SD card slot as well on the bottom, on the top of it basically, and bottom is the SIM card slot. Over here we have the loudspeaker over there, as you can see, and then we have the camera and other modules which you can see. Again, you can only access this thing once you open the back cover. Once we put the back cover back and you see the phone from the front or from this side, you can see that the curve on the LG G Flex 2 is slightly more than the LG G Flex which we have seen earlier, which is a very good thing. And again, this phone feels very good when you hold it in one hand, although the glossy back cover is kind of slippery and it will get a fingerprint very easily. Although scratches won't be there easily, but you can always put scratches if you scratch it hard, maybe knowingly or unknowingly. Talking about the UI, as you can see, the UI is very smooth. It is actually Lollipop, on which the custom LG UI is running on top of Android, and it is Lollipop. What version it is, we will just tell you. Talking about the battery inside, which is sealed even when we remove the back cover, is 3000 milliampere battery, and it is a fast charging battery, so you do have quick charge too on this one as well. It is running on the Snapdragon 810 chipset, which is the fastest chipset from Qualcomm till now, and it has a 5.5-inch OLED display. It is a flexible display, and the viewing angles are actually very good. If you actually place it on your face, it has a kind of a curved profile, so it can actually adjust itself as per your face, so that you can have a better voice calling, and there is no problem as far as voice calling is concerned. The voice clarity is very good because of that, and the person who is getting the call on the other side when you are talking will be able to hear you. Again, when we talk about the specifications or the internal storage configuration which you will get for this phone, you will get 2GB RAM with 32GB internal memory. You can also get 3GB RAM with 32GB internal memory, but if you buy the 16GB model of this phone, which is going to come to India, you will get 2GB RAM only. You cannot get 3GB of RAM with the 16GB model which will come to India. Talking about the UI, as you can see, the UI is good. Again, it is responsive. Let me just take a look over the notification center. So this is how the notification center look like. It is very smooth and fluid. We do have another device which they have announced over here, which is LG Magna, which is also a very good phone. And when we talk about this one, we have the about information for this device, and we will find out the software information for this one. We have the information for the software over there. This device again has some other language, but you can see that the version of Android is 5.0.1, sorry. So it is 5.0.1, not 5.0.2, but it is upgraded upgradable to the 5.0.2 as well. Talking about some of the things, we do have some more information as far as storage is concerned. So let me just take a look over the storage, and before that I would like to change the language from Espanol to English so that I can understand things and you can also understand things better. So we have changed the language now. Let me just come back, and okay, I think we came back out. Again, this device also supports 4G connectivity. It will support 4G in India. Both TD-LTE as well as FDD-LTE are going to be supported. Let's take a look over the storage information now, and where we have the storage, I have to basically find it out. Okay, here we have the storage information. On the storage front, this device has 16 GB internal storage, which is the model which we have, and out of that 7.26 GB is available to the user, which is kind of low, almost half, and 7.42 GB is being taken up by the OS, which is Android Lollipop, as well as the custom UI which is running on top of Android. So storage is definitely not a very good thing, and again you do have SD card slots, so you can expand the storage in case you face any storage problem. We do have location access and other options which are there on this device. We do have support for tethering as well. You can create a portable Wi-Fi hotspot as well on this phone. Let's take a look over the phone dialer, and this is how the phone dialer look like. You can easily dial the number, but you cannot make a cellular video call on this phone. When it comes to messaging application, let me just take a look over that as well. This is how the messaging application look like, and once we compose a new message, this is how the keyboard is. Let me just go back. Yeah, this is how the keyboard is. The keyboard is again kind of not stock Android when it comes to the Lollipop. It is the custom LG keyboard, and it does not have swipe to type. You can always install some other keyboard in order to get swipe to type, but this one does not have it, and the keyboard keys are kind of small. You can easily type on this device without any issues, but it does not give you the pop-up, and there are no suggestions on the top. But if you type something sensible, you will get suggestions like this, which is good. So typing experience is good, but swipe to type is not there, enabled by default. You can always enable it. Let's take a look over the camera performance now. So the rear camera is capable of shooting high definition video at 1080p as well as at 720p. We are just going to take one photo of my iPhone 6, another photo of something else, and we will show you what is the kind of quality you can get from the rear camera on this device as well as from the front camera. So I have my iPhone 6 over there, and I can take a photo as of now. So we have taken the photo from the rear camera. I can take one more photo, and let me just take a photo right now with the front camera on this one. So here we have the front camera, and let me just take a photo of mine. We are going to take this photo in a scenario in which we have light coming from the background, so we will check the clarity of the photo. As you can see, this is how the front camera selfie has came out to be. It is kind of dark, it is not very bright. I was expecting it to be bright, but we do have a lot of light behind my face, and that is why this selfie has came out to be like this. But still, in terms of clarity, it is pretty good. The front camera is doing a pretty good job. Here we have the photo which has been taken from the rear camera, and this photo has came out to be pretty good in terms of clarity and details. You can get pretty good performance, and this is the photo which we took of the iPhone 6, my iPhone 6 in the low light. Again, this photo is not very bright. Apart from that, everything is good on this phone. So if you have good amount of light, you can get very good photos. So this is a very good photo, I would say. In terms of clarity, there is no problem, but in terms of color reduction, it is good as well. But if this photo has been brighter, then it would look better. So camera quality is good. Everything else is going to be very good on this phone. It is one of the most premium phone you can buy from LG. It is going to be at much more high price point. It will be above 50,000 rupees in case you want to buy it, but this phone definitely makes sense in case you want to buy it. It also have this great build quality, just like the LG G Flex earlier. So you can actually bend it like this and nothing will happen. So nothing will happen if you actually do this. The display over here is again plastic display, and this is kind of something which you can bend it like this and it will come back to the original position. So all in all, this is a pretty good phone in terms of the build quality and the design. In case you are looking forward to a premium phone which should look very different from other premium phones, maybe if you don't like LG, if you don't like Samsung Edge or Samsung S6, so you can go for this one. Do let us know if you have any specific question for this device. We would love to help you. You can like this video. This video help you by clicking the like button below. You can subscribe to our YouTube video channel for more videos like this by clicking the subscribe button below. Thanks for watching this video. This is Abhishek signing off. Thank you.